Hello, hello, friends and family, people watching the replay. I do assume that most people watching are probably watching the replay. Um, but yeah, if a couple people join live, then that is glorious too. And this was impromptu. I was supposed to do this 2 hours ago, and I was like, shoot, I forgot again. I just haven't planned this correctly. So I wanted to jump on. I know that the timing, I said I was going to do 6 p.m., it's 8 p.m., but I just wanted to connect with you guys and whoever has the time to watch the replay and wants to just tune in and chat about energy healing and chat about spirituality and transformation and life in general, we can connect here together. These are my blue light blocking glasses, so I know they're not the most fashionable, but they also kind of are. Um, that's why they're orange, is because they're blue light blocking, and it's 8:54 p.m. here, so I'm just trying to honor my circadian rhythm. But yes, I see there are two people in here. If you want to say hi, you can leave just an emoji in the chat, or you don't have to, whatever feels aligned for you. There are big shifts happening in the collective field right now, and every single person I talk to is experiencing transformation and alchemy and new beginnings, and a lot of people are being put through the ringer right now, and I think that we're all just being asked to show up in a new embodied way within this transformation. Thank you for those hearts and the fire. Yes, we are feeling the alchemy and the transformation right now. So when we hold space for transformation in our lives, that can look chaotic, that can look confusing and messy, and it can be extremely painful. I know for myself, I'm experiencing mm, a lot of uncertainty and a lot of, yeah, like the mind absolutely is going through this chaotic transition and transformation, and we're being asked to show up. And also, as the collective shifts, people who are empathic, people who are sensitive are feeling that even more, because people who, aren't aware of themselves, people who aren't aware of energy, they're spiraling too. And then we are being asked to hold space for not only ourselves, but also the collective and for our friends and family. And so it's a big time of embodiment and us being asked as way showers, leaders, healers, or empaths to just witness and to hold space for the people around us. And that is uncomfortable. That is deeply uncomfortable. But it's also empowering, because that's why we're alive. That's why we're here, is to hold space for that. This beautiful person is being so interactive. I deeply appreciate you. They're asking, I'm confused when we are in the higher dimension, fifth dimension, what happens to our 3D body? Amazing question. So, I personally believe that we are interacting with, mm, I believe that there are aspects of self interacting on all dimensional layers at the same time. So, but I think you're asking, like, when we ascend, maybe like when we ascend to the fifth dimension, what happens to our 3D body? If you want to clarify that for me, that would be amazing. But yeah, in my perception, like we have aspects of self that are interacting on the ninth dimensional plane, the fifth, the 12th dimensional plane. I believe in more than just five dimensional planes. I believe that there are many dimensional planes. And so when we look at our multidimensional aspects of self, we have our 3D self, who is in the physical body, who is experiencing the incarnation of our physical body. And then we have all the other multidimensional aspects of self that are experiencing time through this multifaceted way. Yes, ascension and aligning up with higher self. Amazing question. What I have felt for myself, and I also always like guide people to listen to your own intuition and your own gnosis around this, but for myself, I feel like the body's coming with us. I feel like that is why it's so incredibly uncomfortable for our body. Um, Obviously, the higher and closer we get to God, we are just energy. We are just pure energy and pure light. But I feel like the body is going to shift with us, and the body is going um, to change and to transcend. The density that we're in right now, and that's why it's extremely uncomfortable for the body right now. And like, as we experience solar flares and as we experience the collective consciousness raising and rising, there is so much tension on the body because the body is like crystallizing and the body is being asked to shift, is what I experience and have resonated with the most, is that the body's kind of coming with us. And, of course, as we get to higher and higher dimensional planes, I don't know if the body's going to come with us, like per se. We elevate even beyond the fifth dimension, and we go even higher into the higher dimensional planes. Like, will we have our physical, dense human body with us? It's a wonderful question. I don't know, but I would assume that at some point we will kind of just become that pure energy life force that we have within us, and that is our essence. Um, yeah, thank you so much for asking that question, and I hope that I answered it in a curious, open-hearted way for you to kind of receive some insight. Um, but yeah, guys, what I really wanted to offer today was the medicine of transformation and the medicine of alchemy. And so I want to talk about what it means to sit with the body when it's uncomfortable, and talk about what it means to sit with self when it's uncomfortable, and how that is the portal way. That is the pivotal moment of you shifting into that higher state. That higher and next embodiment is when you can sit with self, like we just talked about, when the body is deeply uncomfortable, when you are uncomfortable being in your body and you say, no, I'm going to stay here and I'm going to feel it, that is when you are choosing embodiment to a whole new layer, and crazy, beautiful miracles will enter your life because you are shifting and because you are leaving what is comfortable. You are so here's the thing, right? We all have this dream version of self. We all have this like embodied higher version of self, and we see them in our mind and we feel them in our heart, and we have like dreams of what we want to do in this lifetime, right? And when we perceive that version of self and we witness all the actions they're taking, all the things that they are doing, and then we flip the page and we look at what we're doing right now, there's a big contrast, right? In how we spend our time, how we spend our day, what we do when we're uncomfortable, how we meditate, how devoted we are. And when we choose to really truly embody, when we choose to become that mentor for ourselves, to take that action step, to embody in a way that makes us extremely uncomfortable and makes the people around us uncomfortable. Why are you acting that way? You've never done that before. Why are you talking in this new way? Why are you doing all these new things? People might ask us, like when we shift and become more embodied, people are not going to recognize us anymore. People around us are going to become confused. We're going to become confused because our identity is shifting. And this is where the magic is, because we are embodying a version of self that we've never been before. And I highly encourage all of us, including myself, like this is the medicine I'm moving through right now, is to sit with that discomfort and ask yourself, when the anxiety comes up, when the panic comes up, when the depression comes up, when the uncertainty and doubt come up in the body, come up in the mind, come up in the heart, what would my higher self do? Or what would that version of self, my dream version of self, how would they act? What would they do? What would they say? Who would they talk to? And for me, a lot of the times, I believe that my higher self would go and meditate, go sit in prayer, go devote to God, go outside for a walk. And sometimes the easier thing for us to do right now in modern day society, we've been programmed to do this, is just to scroll on our phones, just to become mindless, become numbed out. And I encourage you to ask yourself, what would God have me do? What would my higher self have me do? Because when you do this, miracles and high level impact will enter your life because you're choosing a high level timeline. When you embody that mentor that you have and that you are for yourself, and that higher self version of you, they exist. Their codes are alive within you, and we just get to tune in, tap in, and take action. And when we tune in, tap in, and take action, it will happen. It will happen in the blink of an eye, at the snap of our fingers, and so it is. With that being said, I want to hold space for a little mini energy healing. So if you're down, we're just going to tune in and we're just going to connect to ourselves and we're just going to connect to God, whatever that means for you, however that feels for you. It's probably going to be about 5 to 8 minutes, and we're just going to tune in. And I invite you to feel nourished by this, to feel and receive what you need to receive from this. And thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, so allowing yourself to soften into your body, into your field. Closing and softening the eyes if you're comfortable to do so. And we're just going to tune into the energy field of the body. So, tuning into your own energy in your body, tuning into your own essence of self, tuning into that vitality, that spark of life, that godly presence, or whatever it is that you believe in, source, universe, that spark of life, that creational seed of life. Tune into that, feel that. And continue to feel that seed, that spark of light. And I want you to release any and all thoughts, release any and all to-dos, release any and all loops that are keeping you in the past or the future, that are not allowing you to be fully present in the here now moment. We're releasing those now, clearing them out, and allowing yourself just a moment to tune in with self, a moment to feel this spark of life, a moment to feel this divinity that exists within you. Breathe into that life force, that seed of creation. Nurture it. Now, in your body, I want you to feel what is alive for you. What is alive in your body, in your field, in your essence of self? What is prevalent? What is glowing? You can feel it, you can see it, you can hear it. What is alive for you? The reason I say what is alive is it's an invitation for you to become curious about your energy in your body. Maybe your heart is where your energy gets pulled. Maybe you're being pulled to a person in your life. Maybe you're being pulled to a color, nature, creativity, your writing. you're cooking, whatever it is, what is alive within you right now? And we are going to intentionally connect to the one true living God and to our higher selves. And we are going to pull in this golden light to nourish this joy and this creationality, this aliveness within us. I want you to imagine this light of the sun, this glowing warmth of light flowing down from the high heavens, flowing down from the one true living God, and coming into the body to nurture you in your highest good, your highest timeline, in your highest joy. And allowing this light to nestle and nuzzle straight into that aliveness, to nurture it, to breathe life into it, to allow it to be good, to allow it to be joyous, to allow it to be alive. And as that aliveness comes in, any density in the body, any um, plaque or grievance or calcification or cement or weight or fatigue or illness, allow that to clear out with your intention, with your prayer, with your will. Allow that to become cleared out of the body now. Clear. We thank you, God. And allow this light to become all pervasive. And any like pain or grievance that comes up in the body as we do these clearings, we hold space for them. We don't, block them out. We don't bandage over them. We witness them fully as they come up, and we when we hold space for self, any negative emotions that come up, I encourage you to feel them. I encourage you to honor them. I encourage you to be curious about them. But also we're nurturing that light and that warmth and that creational seed of that fire, that flint that creates the fire of your transformation, that nurtures your alchemy. We're nurturing that flame within, and we're also holding space for all that is releasing, all that is real and raw and vulnerable and tender, because all of it is sacred and perfect, and it's human, and it's you, and it's okay, and it's good. And we allow anything that is not necessary, anything that is not um, your energy, anything that is foreign to your body, anything that does not need to be in the body, we're clearing it out now. And you can imagine it's falling out of the bottoms of your feet into Mama Yaya, down into the crystalline core of the earth, where it can be transmuted by Mother Earth, the greatest transmuter. Allow her to hold space for you. Allow yourself to release, release, release what is not yours. And we ask God to support us in holding space for this next chapter of our lives, for this next chapter of whatever it is that you are moving into, whatever it is that you are calling in, whatever it is that you are seeking. We ask God to allow this energy to flow into the body, and for all that is not serving to be cleansed out of the bottoms of the feet, through the whole body, multidimensionally, through all of our bodies. We ask for this to be cleared, for our space to be protected, to be precious, to be sacred, to be held through all time and space. And once again, feeling that flint, that light, that spark in the heart. Okay, and then just placing your hands on your heart and knowing that your will, your commandments, your desire, your pure intention, while in connection to the one true living God, it is done, it is so. We know and we reclaim our sovereignty as creator beings in reverence to God, in reverence to the one true living God. We thank you. Allow this light, this energy to work for you. We're asking that this work, this energy healing continues until it is complete for all of the cells in the body, for all of the multidimensional bodies, through all time and space. We ask that it is complete until it is done. We ask and allow the energy to work for you as and for your individuality and for self, for your highest good, for your highest joy. We thank you, God. We thank you, guides. We thank you, body. We thank you, heart. We thank you. And so it is, all work done, and so it is. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you. So slowly, slowly, you can wiggle your fingers and your toes. And you can slowly open your eyes and know that you have done a very quick but powerful little healing for yourself. To hold space for transmutation, to hold space for transformation, to hold space for God, to hold space for you, to love you, to guide you, to welcome you into your next embodiment of self. And I thank you so much, beautiful people, for watching, for being in this space, for being so courageous to do this work. I deeply honor you. And thank you so much. It's showtime. I deeply appreciate you. Thank you for being so interactive with me. It means a lot. And thank you, everybody who watched the replay. Um, I will see you guys so soon. So thankful to connect. Much love. Peace to you. Take care. Drink water. Relax. Take care of yourself. You're so loved. And bye for now.